Well, on May the 31st, we see the Investec Oaks. It's looking like a cracking contest on paper. Here to analyse it and hopefully pick the winner, Nick Watts and Graham Rodway. And so then, Nick, top of the market, Secret Gesture, Moth, Liber Nauticus. 3 vying for favouritism, I should say. Out of those 3, which way would you be angling?
Well, I think if you ask me out of those 3, which one I'd pick, would be Secret Gesture, really, every time. I thought she looked really good in the Lingfield Derby trial last time, albeit not beating much, but travelled and went away from them like a really, really good horse. That's Rafe Beckett's trial of choice for his fillies. He was second with Look Here in it a few years ago. That went on to win the Oaks. And he seems to like to use that track to prep his Epsom fillies, which is a good idea because you've got the left-handed nature of the course and you've got the downhill run going into the home straight. So she handled all that superbly. Yeah, she looks like a top-class filly, and I think Liber Nautica's, in her own way, she was reasonably impressive in the Musidora, but she looks a grinder to me. Could see her winning a St Ledger over 1 mile and 6 later on in the year. Not sure the track at Epsom will suit ideally. Moth has got a chance, but you know, I was more taken with Secret Gesture's run at Lingfield and Moth's run in the 1,000 Guineas. So out of the 3, I would, Rafe Beckett's, I think he's got a huge chance of winning another Oaks.
Graham, what would be your view?
I was impressed with Secret Gesture, but the runner-up, Miss You Too, was pulling for about the first 3 furlongs, and once she got to the front, went well clear and still managed to beat the rest. So it tells you a hell of a lot about what was behind. I don't think they were very good at all. But Secret Gesture is hard to knock because it did win by 10 lengths. Too short though, 11-4. Moth, third in the Guineas, staying on. I thought should have won the Guineas. Thought it was.
Pedigree dictates she should improve for this, but are we in danger of getting carried away? The fact that essentially you are backing a filly who's won a maiden at 3-1.
I thought that she was the best horse in the Guineas. I thought that Jose O'Brien left it a bit late. I thought that he had a bit more filly underneath him, and she was going to quicken up a bit quicker than she actually did. And she didn't. She rather just stayed on rather than showing that blistering turn of speed. And I come away thinking that she'd probably win the Oaks, but. Again, 3-1 is short enough, and Liber Nauticus, the other one, 7-2, wasn't very impressive at York. However, this is a Sir Michael Stout trained filly. She would be nowhere near wound up for that race. She'll be brought to the boil
for the contest that matters.
Forget that. I mean, she won, and I remember Workforce getting beaten at Dante before, absolutely hacking up in the Derby. Liber Nauticus will show a huge amount of improvement.
She's a huge filly. Will she handle the track?
I think she'd be all right, as long as it's not lightning quick, which it won't be, because they'll water heavily to make sure that the ground is perfect for Derby Day. I think Liber Nauticus will really run a big race, I really do. But I wouldn't back her at 7-2. But of the 3, I'd rather back Liber Nauticus.
Okay, then, well, not a great amount of appeal from the top 3 at the market. G-Rod, come on, let's have some each way value. Where are we going?
Yeah, there's a good bet in this race. Madame Defarge, trained by Michael Bell, won first time out quite nicely. Second time out, first time out this season, ran 3rd in the Pretty Polly behind Talent of Ralph Beckett's. And I thought that she was quite comfortably the best horse in that Pretty Polly. Should have won the race, was a bit unlucky in running.
33-1.
And she's 33-1 and Talent is 16-1. So I've got to be backing Madame Defarge each way at 33s.
Okay, so there's Graham's tip. Nick, where are we going?
Yeah, G-Rod's gone all French today, hasn't he?
He has a little bit.
Just like that name, it's French sounding.
Ooh la la.
No, the one I like at the price is Banoffee at 10-1. I know it's got to be supplemented, but apparently that's the plan from Hughie Morrison. Really come out of nowhere, this filly. It went for a maiden at Newbury. It was a good maiden, in the past it's been won by Eswire and Dancing Rain, so it always produces a decent horse. Now, it won at a big price, and the tendency when a horse does that is to think, well, maybe it wasn't a good race, maybe, it was fluke or was flattered. And so we really found out a bit more about her when she went to Chester last time for the Cheshire Oaks. And for a lot of that race, she seemed to be out with a washing. At various stages, she looked as though she had no chance at all. She's behind, she's being scrubbed along. Kieran took her up the rail, couldn't get a clear run. But as soon as the cutaway came in the home straight, she absolutely flew. And she won on the bridle. She goes past the line, Kieran's struggling to put her up, and she's won easily. She beat Gertrude Verst on that occasion.
Kieran does that every time though. When he comes past the winning line in front, he always makes it look like he's winning easier than he should. She probably was absolutely all out.
No, you watch. I think you're watching a different race than one I saw. As soon as she got to the front, she showed a hell of a turn of foot to get there. To get anywhere near the front to start with. She's done that. She's won the race, and she's actually has won easing up. I just thought it was a very, very impressive performance, and yeah. it's hard to judge sometimes because she's obviously surprised the trainer. She wasn't even in the Oaks, early on in the season. Seems to come out of nowhere.
Just progressed beyond means, yes.
Yeah, completely taken everyone by surprise. And you think, well, if Morrison thought he had a decent filly on his hands, she would have been in the Oaks, but she wasn't. So that's a slight concern. But just going purely on what she's shown on the racecourse, I think she's looked hugely impressive and showed really good turn of foot both times to win her maiden and then win the Cheshire Oaks last time. She thoroughly deserves to be supplemented. And
10 to 1.
10 to 1, I think, is a reasonable return. You know, there's not many horses left in the Oaks now compared to the Derby, so you've got a decent chance of getting the place, I think. And yeah, I think 10 to 1 Banoffee's not a bad bet at all.
Well, thanks, gentlemen. Best of luck with your selections. Thank you for watching at home, and see you all again soon.